friends, and welcome to Life in Envelopes. I am Jennifer Bleecher. This channel is all about planning, budgeting, paying off debt, and my very exciting journey from full-time teacher to full-time Etsy shop owner and YouTuber. So if that is something that you think you would like to see, then please subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you along on this journey. Today's video is brought to you by my good friend patrons Kathleen James, Shannon Preble, and Juanita Martinez. Thank you guys so much for your support. In today's video, you are going to see the first paycheck of the new year 2022. I am doing things a little bit differently than I was doing last year, so I'm going to break all that down for you and share everything with you that is new. I have several videos coming out over the next couple of days. Later today will be my March sticker release for my universal stickers. Tomorrow I will have my family budget check-in as well as my savings challenge video, and then fingers crossed on Monday I will have a plan with me. That one will have to depend on how busy I am this weekend. So I just want to give you guys a big, huge thank you. This is the start of a new year, but if this week happened last year, it would have been my biggest week of sales for the entire year. So we are starting out this year very strong, and that is because of you guys. Thank you so much for all of your support. I'm sorry I had to shut the shop down for a week, but I really needed to get caught up in all the orders because I didn't want to get behind on anything for you guys. Okay guys, let's go ahead and jump right in. Okay friends, before we get started today, I just wanted to mention that this tray as well as this erasable pen are both available in my Amazon storefront, which is in the description box below. This planner is from Plum Paper. This is my new planner for the year. This was my, it's actually just a notebook, and this was my notebook that I used from Plum Paper last year. So I've changed it up this year. I really love this cover. I think it's so much fun. And then this notebook is from Erin Condren, and I have affiliate links to both of these in the description box below. I'm also going to be using this business budget kit from my Etsy shop, Life in Envelopes. This is in the pattern Mittens, and then I'm going to be using the expense trackers in the pattern Snow Day. This notebook is also in my Amazon storefront, and the envelopes you see today are from my good friend BudgetWithIra over in the UK. I wanted to start today by showing you my strategy for the new year. Now, this is flexible. If this isn't working for me, I have no problem changing it up and making it work. But my sources of income are going to be Etsy, YouTube, Patreon, and Amazon. The formulas I'm going to use this year to calculate everything is to calculate my net. I'm going to take my income minus my expenses, and that will give me my net amount. The net amount is where I calculate my taxes, and I'm going to be setting aside 30% of the net for taxes. And then finally, I'm going to calculate my take-home pay by taking the income minus the expenses minus the taxes, and then that will give me my take-home pay. Okay, I'm going to start by getting the stickers set up, and then we will come back and go over all the numbers. Okay, so I received a couple of checks this week. The first one was on the 4th. I received a check from Etsy. And again, like this, I can't even explain. The sales have just been so amazing. So we made $2,600 before everything comes out. So that makes our total $2,600. So prior to, was it in December when things went really crazy? Yeah, prior to December, we would normally make between $500 to $1,000 a week, and then in December, things just went crazy. So I don't know if they're gonna calm down now, or we'll just have to see. I know that this coming week there's not gonna be anything because my shop was closed all week long, but yeah. Okay, so that number is very, very cool. Okay, and then we also had our Patreon come in on the 6th, and that was for $128. So altogether, we currently have $2,728 to start with. Okay, moving on to expenses. I don't list out all the expenses here. I list out the total. All of my expenses are tracked in this this Erin Condren notebook. So I listed out, we had a lot of expenses this week. I listed them all out here already, and I'm going to go over that with you, but I also wanted to share with you what I give my tax accountant at the end of the year. I give him a notebook, and it's actually going to be bigger than this. I'm just starting right now, but the notebook's pretty thick by the end of the year. And what I do is I have a printout of all of my expenses from that week, and then I have printouts of the receipts as well. So that's how I handle giving information to my accountant at the end of the year. Now, I did this recently for last year, like all within a few days, maybe even like 2 weeks worth of work here and there. And it was so overwhelming and so much work. So my goal this year is to do it week by week. When I do this check-in with you, I'm also going to be updating that notebook off to the side. So you're not going to see that binder going forward. I just wanted to share that with you. That's something I learned this year, is that I need to really track week to week and not try and find all the receipts and everything all at once at the end of the year, because that was overwhelming. Okay, so moving on to expenses. So this was for the week of the 4th, and our sources were Etsy and Patreon, because remember, this year I'm just putting everything together, and the amount that we spent was $725. Was $725. So that is quite a bit of money on expenses. Let me share with you what I purchased. I purchased some postage for $8, and then some postage for $9. Amazon, oh, what was that? Let me look back again at my receipt. Okay, that was sticker paper. And the category for that is materials. Materials are things I need to create the products that I sell. Okay, then Etsy, I purchased several patterns here. For over here, I had a couple more postages. These were for my giveaways that I did in December. So this is the postage for that. I'm not sure what those are for. Could have been like orders that were messed up that I had to resend, because usually postage comes out of my Etsy check before I get it. So these are things that I actually had to go in and pay separately. Then I stopped at Staples this week and I picked up some peanuts. Those are these little things that I have to put these in some orders. Some orders are big enough they don't need them, but if I need to like make the envelope a little bit thicker, then I have to put these in there. And then I also got some shipping tape. So this is a new thing. This is Jacob. Jacob's back working for me. Yay! I'm so excited. So he is a contractor, and I pay him $250 a week. He's working remotely from his apartment, and the way we're doing it is on Mondays he picks up a load to cut, and then he drops off the load that he cutted from the week before. So that's what that is. And since he's a private contractor, he is responsible for paying his own taxes and his own health insurance and all that. Okay. I got another pattern from Etsy for $4. Amazon, let's see what that was. Okay, so that was for mailers, the 7x9 envelopes or mailers that you guys receive. So that's a shipping supply. Then I purchased another pattern from Etsy for $7. Patterns, by the way, are these things here. I purchased these from artists to use to make my products. And then I was charged $18 from Etsy, and I'm not sure what that is. I don't think I spent that much on a pattern. So I'm going to go back to the Etsy website and see what that was. I'm not sure why they charged me that. So I'm going to figure that out. And then I have a charge from Silhouette. I bought some mats and blades for $2.25. So Jacob and I, through trial and error, we have decided, which blades are our favorite, which mats are our favorite, and how often we need to replace them. So we're replacing them once a month, and we are, regardless, like we're just starting fresh. Every month we get a fresh set of mats, a fresh set of blades. That's just to keep our quality of stickers equal across the playing field. So that's the goal there. So every month we will have this charge. We will need to purchase this many mats and blades, and it will cost us $2.25. Okay, and I decided to start purchasing them straight from Silhouette because Amazon can be a little bit unpredictable about, first of all, whether they have the supply or not is when it comes to Silhouette supplies, and secondly, the price. The price varies because it's going through a third-party vendor. Okay, so let's calculate how much our net was. That was the amount of income, 2728 minus our expenses. And that gives us our net of 2003. Hello friends, future Jennifer here. I have no idea why I wrote the net amount of 2003 in the total column. That should have been our total of expenses, which is 725. I will go back and fix that. Okay, moving on to taxes. So this was for the 4th. Our source was Etsy and Patreon. Okay, so to calculate taxes, we are going to take our net, which is 2003, and we're going to multiply that times 3%, and that will give us our taxes. So times 0.3. So we're putting $600 towards taxes. Now it's time to calculate what my take-home pay would be. I'm going to put the cash out and we're going to count it together here in a minute, make sure that it is all accurate. I'm no longer taking cash out for taxes. The tax amount goes straight to my savings account. I have a savings account for taxes, so it goes straight to that instead of coming to me as cash first and then going to that account. Okay, so income. So our income was $2,728. We paid $600 to taxes, and we paid $725 to expenses. So let's see what we were left with for take-home pay. So 2,728 minus 600 minus 725. So we were left with $1,403 for take-home pay, which is amazing. Our goal, last year our goal was $250. I've bumped that up this year to have our goal be $350, so we're still above goal, even though I've bumped it up. Okay, so what am I going to do with this money? What I'm going to do is $353, because I keep the ones, will go towards our family's variable expenses and our savings challenge. So the variable expenses for my family are food, gas, miscellaneous, and spending money. And then the extra amount is going to go towards other goals, other family goals. So if you want to see where we're going to be putting all of that money, make sure you come back tomorrow to watch our family budget check-in. But all I need to do right now is count this, make sure that it is $353, and put it in our take-home pay envelope so that we have that money for tomorrow's budget. So we have $150. I'm going to use my calculator. So we have $150 plus 20, 40, 60, 80, 120 plus 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 plus 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 1, 2, 3. Yes. 353. Okay. Very good. So I hope to see you all back here again tomorrow when we take this money and do our family budget. If you enjoyed today's video, will you please give it a thumbs up? And I will see you all again next time. Bye, everyone.